Hey guys, it's Derek with Molo Therapy, where movement you love is therapy, and today we're going to do a little shoulder mobility routine. We're going to start off with some soft tissue mobilizations with a posterior shoulder distraction. I'm going to use a kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell, something heavy. We're going to lie on our back with your opposite hand, get a good hook, and with your other hand grab it. We're going to roll onto our back, and maybe with some assistance, we're going to press overhead. The goal here is that we're going to just let gravity and the weight slowly move our shoulder into the posterior capsule of the glenoid fossa of your scapula. A lot of times we spend too much time in the anteriorly rotated position if we're typing at our desks or just sitting and slouching with bad posture. So we're going to sit here for about a minute, and I'm going to get a timer going. And we're just breathing and breathing. You want to use a manageable weight while you're here. Don't go too heavy, don't go too light. I think this is just right for me. And a tendency is people are going to want to bend their elbows, so keep flexing that tricep as you're trying to straighten it out. And breathe. Letting gravity do its thing. We want to sit in this shape as long as we can. Alrighty, I'll set this side down. I'm going to set it on this side. I'll get my timer going. We're going to switch hands in 3, 2, and 1. I like to train both sides because it's no fun when you get lopsided. And that's actually what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent you from building up too much compensation on one side or the other, because your body is a biotensegrity unit where you depend on compression and tension, and you are a tension and strain sharing machine. So if you get knotted up on one side, the whole body has to compensate for it. So when we're building, if you have injury to one shoulder, make sure that you work on both sides during rehab, even if you don't feel pain in your other shoulder, so that neurologically and physiologically you're building balance in your body. And we're breathing, focusing on keeping that tricep flexed, elbows straight, letting gravity do its thing. Try to relax your shoulder, don't push it out like this, just let it sink in. If you're sitting on really hard ground and it's painful, you can put a pad underneath you or something. And that's a minute. We'll lower it down that way. So once that minute is up, I'm going to grab one of our foam rollers. You can grab one of yours if you have one. You could use the back of a couch, armchair if you need to. But what we're going to do is we're going to put it right underneath our shoulder blades. And I'm going to lie on it like this. And you might think we're just going to roll back and forth. You could do that. We're actually going to saw on it. We're going to cause a shearing load, secrete lubricin, helps lubricate our tissue, opens up our back. We're going to do a minute with our hands behind our head, elbows close together like this. We're going to try to reach back, touch our head to the ground, and then come back up. Then when the minute is up, we're going to open up our elbows at the back, touch our head, bring them together. Here we go. 1 minute. Clear my notifications, good Lord. And here we go. And we're breathing. And if this is as far as you can go, that's okay. Don't push it any further. Just come back up. The goal is to be able to keep your butt on the ground and then try and touch your head to the ground. This is causing you to contract your muscles into the foam roller as you go. So take a big inhale here, and then exhale. Relax over the foam roller. Inhale, exhale. Couple more seconds. All the way down, and then bring that chin back to your chest. Minute up is there. We're going to start another minute, flaring our elbows out to the side. Here we go. Flare them out, touch, and then back. Again, go as far as you can, pain-free. You might be a little discouraged if you're like, man, Derek is going so much further than I am. But the reality is, when I first started, I kept stopping here. And you know how I got to this? Consistency. It's consistency, not intensity, that leads to transformation. All right, up next, what we're going to work on is scapular stability and external rotation activation. So we'll be on that wall. I'm going to grab a little band. Probably should have set all this up beforehand, but you can follow me over here. And I'm going to grab this band. I'm going to it's a little thin band. You can see these. Use what you can. You know, if you have to use a towel, so be it. And you can just pull the towel apart. But I'm going to put my hand in this band. I'm going to pull apart. And the goal is I want my wrist over my elbow while I'm pulling apart. So while I'm here, my elbow's against the wall. I'm not arching my back. I'm not rounding out. I'm just kind of normal stance. I'm going to externally rotate my hand as much as possible. And then I'm going to go overhead slowly as far as I can, pulling apart, pulling apart, pulling apart. That's about it. And bring it back down. That's 1. We're going to do 5. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right, now we're going to set that down. We'll come back to it. We're going to do scap push-ups. So scap push-ups are, instead of me bending my elbows doing normal push-ups, I'm actually just pinching my shoulder blades together, keeping my elbows straight, and then rounding my shoulders blades. So protracting, act like I'm pushing away. So this is what it looks like from behind while I'm doing a push-up. I pinch them together, act like you're trying to pinch something in between your shoulder blades like a credit card, keep those elbows straight, and then round them out. Push the floor away. Even think about your chest relationship. So you're trying to get your chest as close to the ground while keeping your elbows straight, and then try and push your chest away. Kind of sink in like you're making a little rainbow. We're going to do 10 of those. I'm going to do it on my knees. So you're not focusing on like, oh, am I using my right core? Is my butt too high? I just want you practicing squeezing your scapula and then rounding it out. This is going to work on scapular stability. There's 3 big joints. That's 2 that affect your shoulder mobility. You got the glenohumeral joint, so that's where your arm bone fits into your scapula. And then you have the joint where your scapular thoracic, your scapula glides on your ribs. And then you just have your thoracic vertebrae. And so that affects extension and rotation. That's probably 10. I lost track. I just started yapping my mouth off. But your upper back actually determines the mobility of your shoulder and where your shoulder is going to sit. If your upper back cannot extend, flex, and rotate, that limits the mobility of your shoulder blade to glide. And if your shoulder blade can't glide and open up and upwardly rotate, then your arm bone can't fit in it in a very biomechanically advantageous posture, and it affects its rotation, which then affects just everyday life. So if you want to improve shoulder mobility, you have to improve your upper back mobility and scapular stability, which is what we're working on. So we're going to get back with our band again, pull it apart, and we'll do our 5 reps. That's 1, 2, keep in contact with the wall. 3, as much as you can. Pulling apart. 4, and 5. All right, drop that on the ground. We'll do about 10 scap push-ups on our knees. So pinch and round, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you don't feel much there, I want you to practice squeezing your shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 and then round them out. So squeeze, 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 and round them out. All right, up next we're going to do our 3rd round. We're going to be up here on the wall. We'll finish up here. So arms out, moving overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your shoulders should probably be a little on fire at this point. I'll drop the band there. We'll do our 10 scat push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up next, we're going to do some cross carries. So what these look like, you might have to back up for this one, is I'm holding 2 dumbbells, but one's going to be stretched out by my side, the other one's going to be overhead. I'm going to walk for about either a minute, or I'll just do 1 lap so you can kind of see what it looks like. You could walk a minute, or you could do like 30 yards of one side and then switch. So it kind of looks like this. I walk one way this way, arms straight. I'll keep that same posture. You can see what I look like from behind. Keeping that elbow as straight as possible. Then you'll switch. While you're doing this, you want to make sure that dumbbell's not too far backwards, not too far forward. You kind of want to be able to touch your ear to your arm so you know you're at a good place. You also don't want to make sure that your ribs are like this and your upper back super rounded. You also don't want to be rounded like this. Imagine your ribs are a cup like this and your pelvis is a cup like this, and you want them stacked on top of each other. You don't want one opening up like this. Keep them stacked. So think about tucking your ribs in to your pelvis while improving overhead mobility. Here we go. While I'm walking. Now you have to experience rotational force while you're trying to maintain a stable pelvis. So you do this heel-toe walking for about, say, a minute to 2 minutes per side, or you could do like 30 yards. But that's what that looks like. You can do that. I've already spent enough time talking to where you probably could have just walked the entire time and gotten it. Now we're just going to finish up our little shoulder mobility routine with a little shoulder cars. That's controlled articular rotations. So it starts off with my right arm. My thumb is up. I'm going to squeeze my body, squeeze my quads, squeeze my feet, squeeze my core, squeeze my chest. My thumb up. I'm going to go overhead like this. As soon as I can reach no further, my thumb's coming in all the way until it's facing backwards, and my arm just kind of comes in like this. You have to move through pain-free ranges though while you do this. If this is as far as you can go, you open up like that. If this is all you have, this is the shapes that you're going to play with. And over time, you can open up more and more and more. But I don't want you to move that fast. We want to go this fast. Slow, squeezing everything else except this joint we're moving, and back. So we'll do 10. This is 3, maybe. One way, thumb up, bring it in. It's back, I flip. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we'll go the other way. So thumb back, we're going back and opening up. Again, pain-free ranges. If this is all you have, so be it. We're going to try to stick as pain-free a range as we can. This is 3, 4, my thumb is forward, then it switches back. 5, thumb is forward, then it switches back. 6, 7. Intentional movements like this actually give nutrients to your cartilage in your shoulder, your labrum, which is why we want to finish with it. So we make sure all the inflammation's kind of just getting squeezed out of there, and we'll do one more because we can. And then you'll do the other side. But try these out. Let me know what you think. We'll see you in the next one.